with a pretty face, small waist. I'd rather stand here, share your space with you. Collar tie, Muay Thai, I wanna lie with you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm the truth. Get my full mount, side mount, what do? I wanna take you, controlled by the wrist. We can go rounds 3, 4, 5, 6 in the clinch. Yeah, we in the clinch, baby. Best believe me, we in the clinch. You and I, we in the clinch, baby. Say what you say. Of all that? Yeah. So you wanna be in love with me? It's driving me crazy to think that my baby. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. Won't you be my neighbor? Oops. Won't you be? Could you please sing it with me? Baby. My neighbor. Hi, neighbor. All right, man, look, let's see who's up in here. Let me go to my comments real quick, see how y'all doing. Reek and B, what's going on with you? Chain with Ice, what's going on with you? DK, whoops. All right, man, look, first, I want to say this. Sorry for going on early. You know, my times have been like switching around depending on what I have to do that particular day. Hit the nice mail. But we have a lot to cover today. I have an early day with other things that I'm trying to get done. So I decided to go on this morning. I hope that wasn't too big of an inconvenience for you. Let me see. Best Life, what's going on with you? George, the sole survivor of the apocalypse. Good morning to you. Wait a minute. And that's the Black, Two Sugars, Joseph Parker. Oh, you love the early morning time. Okay. Hit the Tyson Bell. Some of y'all like, but early in the morning. What is it? 9 in the morning. Hit the Tyson Bell. Biz. Let's talk about our agenda today. What we'll be talking about. I didn't look up any ShowBizz the advice. I haven't been checking my ShowBizz the advice. Ms. Biz been slipping, but she's been really busy. We're not going to do Twitter fingers today, bro. I can't do Twitter fingers every day. My soul can only tolerate so much, bro. I can't do Twitter fingers and like trolls in the war room. Like I can't do. I need my soul to have enough positivity. But we're not going to do Twitter fingers today. We're going to talk about Deontay the Bronze Bomber. Whoa! How many of you guys love that? I do. I'm not sure you guys saw my latest video. And to all of you guys who are jumping in my DM still today, sending me to the Bronze Bomber video, bro, come by my channel. See if I covered it first. Hit the Tyson Bell. See if I covered it first. Don't be sending just to be sending it. Go see if I covered it. A lot of you guys do that. Jump in the DM, sending me things. Bro, I did a whole live stream on it. But thank you so much for caring, for sure, okay? So we're going to talk about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder's training, okay? And we're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul in Miami, June 6th. Like I told you, it's going to be on a Sunday. Y'all thought I was capping. It's a Sunday. I had some reliable sources, and they were saying, hey, look, in Miami, there's money to make on a Sunday, especially with Teofimo Lopez being that day before. Okay, hit the Tyson Bell. Yeah, it is Teofimo Lopez. So it's June 6th in Miami. We're going to talk about have fun with that. We're going to have a good time with that. There's going to be people that can't tolerate a good time. We're going to have a good time with that. Oscar Valdez versus Robson Canseco. Now look, wait. Canseco, that's his name. Now, Canseco, we're going to talk about that. Okay, that's for August or September. We're going to talk about that. And I think it's a good fight. I really do. But there's reasons why I think so. So I know there's a lot of people that's like Oscar Valdez isn't talking about fighting, you know, him and Shakur Stevenson not fighting. I don't want to say it. Well, Canseco, maybe after I express why this is a good fight, maybe you guys would want to see that. Okay. let's say, what else we got? Usman say that he'll beat the shit out of Jake Paul. Those is his words, not mine. For Daniel Cormier, right? We know Daniel Cormier was talking junk to Jake Paul. He said, hey, look, man, I'll fight you in the octagon at 205 or whatever he said. Jake Paul's like, I've never trained that. We'll talk about that. But Usman said that he'll get Jake Paul in boxing. And Jake Paul, he accepted it. He accepted the challenge, which is gully. Because if I would have seen Usman, he already looks like somebody you don't pick with, okay? And then I see him knock out Masvidal the first time he's been knocked out in the UFC. If I were to see something like that, you know, I mean, it's not like Masvidal doesn't have a crazy chin. It's not like he was at backyard brawling with Kimbo Slice into Tyson Bale. And it's not like he's not a great striker. So Jake Paul, you know, kudos to you. I mean, I'm starting to respect Jake Paul more and more. You got balls here. I mean, you could have, like I said, oh, he's just a YouTuber. Well, he could have just stayed a YouTuber. He could have slept in the silk pajamas if you wanted to. He actually training and doing stuff that really nobody feels like doing, okay, unless you have some kind of fighting nerves in you. And I'm going to actually recognize that in Jake Paul. Is he a great fighter? Is he a great boxer? No. All right. But is he doing the damn thing? Yes. Hit the Tyson Bale. And we're going to talk about Kamaru Usman being greater than Khabib Nurmagomedov. I toyed with that before. I'm stamping it now. I think Usman is greater than Khabib. That's the black two sugars. Okay, so we're I guess we can start off with that. We're gonna go toe to toe there or something, or we can start off with Deontay Wilder. You guys let me know, Usman or Wilder. The Paul brothers aren't twins. What's the mix up? It's because nobody know Logan Paul. They don't. No one cares. Like, okay, when it comes to fighting, people don't even know who Wilder is. People don't even know who Fury is. There's people who just don't know shit. Like, look, George, there are people, if we step outside of our boxing bubble, who doesn't know what the hell the WBC is, WBA. They don't even know what. There's people who don't know any. And I like speaking to those people because I need boxing to be the #1 sport in the world. There's people who cannot describe who Anthony Joshua is and what he looks like. Really. I heard people say that. I've heard people talk to me at the gym and they're like, yeah, did John Jones fight the chubby guy, Daniel Corp? Yeah, because he was crying. They don't know much else. Hey, how great was Brock Lesnar, really? They don't know. So let alone knowing Jake Paul and the difference, but they don't know them. They just know Paul. Oh, it must be the one that fights. They don't know Logan Paul. Hit the Tyson Bale. Man, people don't know Usman. People don't know. All right. People barely know sports, let alone combat sports. They just watch it and drink beer and be drunk halfway through it. All right. So let's see what you all got to say. Did John Jones fight? Yeah, Butterbean. Yeah. They barely know boxing exists. That's what I'm saying. That's actually true. I was sitting in a sauna, you know, talking to a couple of you. That's when you have your conversations and people are like, hey man, I've seen you before. You know what I mean? Or, oh, I have a funny story. I'll tell you this story. But I'm sitting in a sauna and I bring up somebody next to me asks me what I do when I told them about boxing. And they were like, you know what? I personally I knew Tony Zale. I'm like, get out of here. But past that, he didn't know boxing. This other guy was like, is boxing even still doing? Like UFC kind of took over, right? They have no idea. Hit the Tyson Bale. All right. So we got to get those people involved with boxing. But I have a funny story. I have a story. So let me tell you this story. Don't worry. I cleared it with Ms. Biz first. Okay. This is a story about a female. So story time with Biz. Once upon a time. So I go into my gym 2 days ago. I walk into my gym and I see this woman. Okay, she's younger. She may be like 24 years old, something like that. The girl is beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. A little muscular, but no stuff. Just a beaut. I think she was like Puerto Rican. Her hair was very curly, but she looked Latina. I think she was more Puerto Rican. Her skin was like maybe my complexion, but so I see her, and I to the point where I took note. Wow, she's beautiful. Then I went on about my business. Okay, that's legal. All right. So you can look at somebody and, oh, that's a beautiful person. Went on about my business. I get on the wind bike. Head down, working like a UFC fighter. And I look up, in my peripheral, I see a figure coming my way. So I look towards the figure, and it's her. She's making a beeline across the gym to me. So I'm like, you coming over to me? So I'm thinking to myself, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't she? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't she? You know what I mean? I'm getting back in shape. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't she? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you coming over here. I'm working my wind. I'm working my wind bike. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, you see the chest ODs. You see the dimple. You see the dimple. I'm doing my thing. She comes right to me. Skirt about face. I take my arms off the wind bike. With that. She looks at me and she says, "Are you ShowBizz?" I'm like, yeah, here we go. I mean, my celebrity started, my celebrity, you know what I'm saying? My little celebrity, you know? My little celebrity started to kick in. I'm like, you know, I'm chewing fake gum. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm the biz. That's what they call it. She says, and I quote, "Oh my gosh, my boyfriend loves you." And I'm gonna tell him that I met you. So I just sit there like, I said, well, yeah, you know, tell him to hit the like button. Look. If you went here, if your girl told you that story, now you know where I work out and everything. You have a beautiful congratulations to you. If you're a show business partner in here and that was your woman, congratulations to you. Okay, you're doing the thing. Let me see. Who's better, Nurmagomedov, Usman, GSP, or Bones? I got Bones and GSP, then Usman, then Nurmagomedov. That was a good story. It was real for the community. All right, man. Look, let's start. You guys want to talk about Wilder or Usman? Yeah, tell me to hit the like button. Everybody, please hit the like button, by the way. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Best boxing show out, baby. Thank you so much. Wilder. All right, let's talk Wilder. Usman. Oh, wait, there's more Usmans than Wilder. There's only two Wilders. Wilder, please. Wilder. Love the story. Thank you so much. Let's go. We're going to talk about both of them anyway. We want to talk about both. Let's talk about Wilder first. Then we'll talk about Usman, and then we talk about Floyd. Let's talk about Wilder first. All right, man, look. First of all, this is all I've been saying. This is all I've been saying. And Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, shout out to you for coming to this community and checking us out. And not just believing what you hear by those who are soft with no fear. That's probably why you blocked me. You blocked me because you never saw my whole story, my whole stance on the situation. That's probably why you blocked me. And I understand you were at a very low point of your career, a low point, all right? Not in your life, because you got more stuff to be blessed about than just boxing, but a low point in your career. Just got your ass handed to you by Tyson Gypsy King Fury, and I'm over here saying egg-shaped form. I get it, okay? But thanks for coming by your damn self and showing up, and people asking me, what should Wilder do? And look what you did, Wilder. Now, I'm not saying you took my advice whatsoever. I'm just saying me congratulating you is consistent with my stance I've been taking from the very beginning. I wasn't big on, was I? Now, all you Wilder fans, now listen, okay? By the way, Deontay Wilder, I just bought some merch. Hit the Tyson bell. Last night, after I saw that training video, I was like, yeah, Bomb Squad. I went straight to my phone. And I bought some merch. Bomb Squad. It'll be coming. You'll see me rocking a shirt or two. Because that's what I'm about. Blood, sweat, and tears. I was feeling that. I never had a problem with Wilder until he said egg-shaped form. I had a problem with you guys. But not Wilder. I was saying that y'all are sending Wilder down the wrong path. Now his name tastes like ass when you speak it. Believe that is gee whiz. I told you y'all were going to ruin him. By sending him down that path, you did a good job trying to ruin Wilder. But Wilder is back now. Throwing them hands. Side, showing some. Stepping. Double jab. He feinted the jab. Did you guys see that? He feinted the jab. Whoop. Right hand. Bam. I said, there you go. Now, I do have some criticisms. I'll talk about that in a minute. Oscar Valdez versus Loma. Oops. I think Loma gets that ass, bro. He's fighting big kids now, man. Anybody down there, he gets in that tail, dog. Pause. Let me see. Khabib versus Matt Hughes. I got Hughes. That's a good fight. That's a very good fight. I would have to really look at that. Let me see what else we got. Facts. Yes, 100%. USMAN'S greater than Khabib. Never. We'll talk about that. He is very much. But stay in here, Rainey. We'll talk about that next. Now, let me tell Wilder's going to get slapped. No, he's going to sleep people. Peace Biz and business partners. What it do? Tyson Bale. Now, Wilder fans. Not Wilder. I'm a Wilder fan, but I'm talking about like the Wilder fanatics, like I can't take you saying anything. Those. That's the black two sugars. Those. Okay. Now you know what I'm talking about. That I love. Lomachenko going, it was the judges. I'm not feeling that. Nakatani, July. I'm feeling that. You get where I'm at? I've always been the same. And I always wanted the best for Wilder. And the best for Wilder is getting back on his feet, standing, not sitting there, egg-shaped form and all the world and whatever he was saying. Okay. Wilder, boom, bam, right hand, spinning them. That is what I was about. Now you can feel me. If you have any balls left. If you got balls, you're like, I get you, ShowBizz. I get you. That's all I wanted. And then I made my money work. Unlike people who jump in the comments or steal his damn fights. Yeah, I'm talking about you too. Any of you who stole his fights during the stream and then claimed to be a fan of Tyson Fury or Wilder, but you stole the fight. That fight was one of the most illegally streamed, most illegally streamed fights ever. If y'all illegally stole money from them boys and then claim that you're a fan, get the hell out of here with that. And for you who just comment, but don't make your money move for them, buying pay-per-views, going to somebody else's house, but not buying the pay-per-view, or giving your boy money for buying the pay-per-view or buying his merch, you're going to have to, you're going to sit behind me on that one when it comes to being a real fan and really supporting. Hit the Tyson Bale. Here's my criticism. Good morning, show. Yeah, much love to you. Boy. Here's my criticism, though. Malik Scott. Malik Scott. Because Malik Scott is terrified of Malik Scott is terrified of Wilder. It's easy to be terrified of Wilder, okay? But let me just say a few points. Okay? Joseph Parker, he said this. Joseph Parker said this, and I quote. I got to quote this because he said this and not too long ago, and I just want to quote this, and because I think it's so true. Hold on. Where's my photos? Oh my goodness. You know, this phone here, I really just can't find anything. Oh, here we go. All right. So Joseph Parker said this. He said, a lot of people can hold the pads. Huh? Shut up. He said a lot of people can hold the pads and go through combinations. Show you this and show you that. He said, but not many people can teach you about boxing. So there is a big difference. Hit the Tyson bell. Many people can hold the pads, show you this and that, but not many people can teach you about boxing. There's a big difference. I'm not sure if Malik Scott can teach Wilder more than what Wilder know already. That's all I'm saying. Okay, when you're talking about Wilder 2.0. So I'm not all in on the idea that Malik Scott is now his new trainer. I don't know that either. I don't know that. Maybe he was just holding up. What do we know? We just saw a video. I'm not jumping to that conclusion. All I'm saying is, if so, okay, Malik Scott can't teach Wilder more than he knows. Look at Wilder, look at Scott. Okay. And I know those who can't teach, but they're just the peers. They're just too much of peers. This is the Malik Scott that Wilder knocked out, right? Hold on. This is the Malik Scott that Wilder knocked out, right? So I want to say this. The other criticism I have of it has nothing to do with Wilder. Wilder, you're doing a damn thing. Hit the Tyson bell. All you Wilder fans that, not Wilder fans, but the world say, those you're going to do right now, okay? Because you're going to associate this with Wilder. But I'm going to say this. When Malik Scott was catching that right hand, when Malik Scott was catching that right hand and was acting like Wilder was ripping his shoulders out of his socket, I would have believed that if you didn't act like Wilder crushed you with the right hand and you blocked it. Look, we all know Malik Scott is the greatest actor in the world. Hold on. Let me mess with you on this. Let me just mess with you here. All right, look at this. See how he moves back like Wilder just blew his arm completely out of socket. You see that? He act like Wilder. Look at that. He act like Wilder knocked his arm off. Okay. And it's a great right hand. Wilder's doing it. He act like Wilder almost knocked him off his feet. He act like Wilder almost knocked him off his feet that time. The right hand is great. Okay. And I'll talk about the right hand in a minute. But I would have believed that. Okay. I would have believed that if this didn't happen, dog. He almost had me. If this didn't happen, dog. That blocked right hand right there, dog. And he fell. Look. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this. Not only did he fall, but he act like he was having a bit of a seizure. Blocked right hand. Now look at how he looks. He on the ground like, yo, I'm having a full seizure, bro. Look at him. I can't get up. After the block right hand, dog. Okay. Now, look, I believe that the left hurt him. All right. So I would have believed it if he didn't run that. With that said, I'm going to go back to Wilder. What I do like is more than Wilder's movement, because I know he's a great athlete. Wilder's right hand was so explosive. It lets me know that his bicep, listen, and listen to me very closely. Listen to me very closely here. Listen to me very closely. Yeah, the left caught him. Listen to me very closely. All right. And the left caught him on the temple. You talking about Deontay Wilder hit Malik Scott. Yeah, the left caught him right on the temple. He oversold the right hand. He was afraid. He didn't take a dive. He was afraid. I've seen people do that with Mike Tyson. So it's no biggie. But I want you guys to understand this. Deontay Wilder never really gave himself a chance to heal his right bicep. His bicep has been injured for like half of his career. That's another reason why taking this break was cool. That's another reason why I want to see him have a fight or two before Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder never gave him. This is why I say Deontay Wilder's insane. He never gave himself, honestly, and this is not me giving excuses. This is me analyzing Deontay Wilder. He never gave himself the best chance from time to time, right? Deontay Wilder would have an injured arm and then fight Chris Arreola with one arm. He would have an injured hand and he will fight with one hand. Don't give himself a time to heal and jump back in there. His arm was injured while he was training, and he let it just get worse and worse. And then he had to get surgery after the Tyson Fury fight. It's so good, bro. Listen, it is good to me that Wilder decided to rest his right hand looks explosive. That's all I'm saying. Pause. That's all I'm saying. When I see him throwing that right hand, it's snappy, explosive, and powerful. And I like the health of his right arm. I like the health of it. His arm had egg-shaped form, it did. But he never gave himself the opportunity. And I love that he let it rest while everybody, get back in there, Wilder. Ah, Tyson Fury's ducking. Wilder was right. Wilder was smart this time. You know what? I'm going to sit my ass down. I'm going to sit my ass down. Let me gather everything. Let me sit down. Let me go through surgery. Let my arm heal. Let me sit down. Now he's ready to throw punches again. That is the smart move. And for all of you boxers, okay, like Ryan Garcia, who knows he's going through mental health issues, get back in there when you're right, because people don't care about you, all right? They're going to use you up. And if you get in there and you're not right, and you can't train right, can't focus, and Fortuna whoops your ass, people going to say, I told you so. And if you end up saying, well, I have mental health issues, they're going to say, he came up with excuses. People don't give a damn. Do what's best for you. Sometimes you got to be selfish. Okay? Not all the time, but sometimes you do. Because this moment that Ryan is having when he's getting himself healthy again, mentally, whatever he's doing to make himself feel better. I know everybody is like just chastising. Everybody is just, looking at every little thing that he criticizing, every little thing he does right now. Is he really sick? Is he really? I see him posing in the mirror. People laugh a day before they commit suicide. So you never really know. Hit the Tyson bell. Okay? So you got to be selfish sometimes. Deontay Wilder, you did the right thing. All right? Sitting back, letting your arm heal. And now you're back in there throwing a snappy right hand. Now you give yourself a chance against Tyson Fury. Don't just jump in there with Tyson Fury. Give yourself a chance. Hit the Tyson bell, man. You fought Luis Ortiz, and then 2 months later, you jump back in the ring against Tyson Fury, the hardest fighter you've ever fought, the toughest opposition you've ever had, with an injured bicep. You're not giving yourself a chance. Then on top of that, you have spike water and then egg-shaped form. No, I'm just playing, but that's the black sugars. That's the black sugars. One more week, mate. Okay. That was real statement biz. 100%. 100%. Now, Usman. Let's talk Usman and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Kamaru Usman is greater. I'm sitting right on that. What do you guys got to say? Where's Rennie at? Whatever. What's his name? Rennie, Benny, Penny. What do you got to say? What do you have to say? Kamaru Usman is greater. Now what? Yeah, I think he'll take on White. I think he will. Usman's #1 pound for pound right now. He's greater than Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now what? Brandon said facts. Pick a side, ShowBizz. I pick on the side of boxing. You're a snake in the grass because you're soft. You're soft, bro. You're soft. I pick on the side of fighting. Now that Deontay Wilder is fighting. I'm feeling that. It's now. Let me tell you something, soft boy. Tyson Fury, I think he beat Deontay Wilder fair and square. He beat him fair and square. He's a better fighter than him. I will always say that. But that wasn't the best Deontay Wilder. I've always said that. That's consistent. Soft boy. Okay? Also, Deontay Wilder saying egg-shaped form. I'm not feeling that. Deontay Wilder working on his game. I'm feeling that. That was always consistent. Soft boy. All right? So, look. Khabib, like Tyson, a lot of ifs. If Cuss didn't die, if he didn't go to jail, etc. If Khabib didn't retire in his prime, he'll beat GSP, Usman. Right, I feel you. But he did retire, so Usman will be greater, but Khabib could have. Okay. I can mess with that statement. I can mess with that statement. But let's go here. I don't think he's a better fighter, but I do believe he's greater. Boom. So let's put things in perspective. Everybody, how many of you think Khabib Nurmagomedov is greater than Kamaru Usman? Your chin looks soft. It doesn't matter. I'm making money talking, so it really doesn't matter. I don't need to put my chin outside, but I'm not soft here. You're soft here. Whew. It's very valuable here. This is more valuable than this. You're soft here. Get out of here. Yes. You think so? Yes, he is. I do. You think so? Tell me this. When did we say that Khabib Nurmagomedov, when did we start talking GOAT talk when it came to Khabib? When did we, tell me the fight we start talking GOAT talk when it came to Khabib? When he fought Michael Johnson? Tell me when. Tell me when we start talking GOAT talk when it came to Khabib. Let's start there. When he retired? After Conor. Call that man soft boy. King Juice, he's soft, King Juice. When he retired, when he fought Conor McGregor, that's when we start saying Khabib Nurmagomedov may be a GOAT. How many fights did he have after that? Near his retirement. How many fights did he have after Conor McGregor? Holla at me. How many fights did he have after Conor McGregor? 2. So now he fights Conor McGregor, he fights Dustin Poirier, and he fights Justin Gaethje, and now you can't even, don't you ever say anybody better than Khabib. Get out of here. So number one, you can't just go from Conor, Dustin, Justin Gaethje, leave. Hey, you better not say anybody's greater than him. So let's start there. You can't say somebody's greater than him. Can we? Is it fair to say somebody's greater than him? For sure. For sure, that's fair. Now, let's compare Usman to Khabib Nurmagomedov. Who has a better resume, Usman or Khabib? We all know. We know it's Usman. Usman has a better resume. Let's go here. Usman cleared out his division. Did Khabib? Usman cleared out his division. Did Khabib? I give you the answer. No. Because let me ask you this. Did Khabib fight Tony Ferguson? Yes or no? Did Khabib fight Tony Ferguson? Yes or no? Okay, now let's go here. Before y'all start just jumping up, everybody, just going off of the what everyone just says, think for a minute. Who has more title defenses, Usman or Khabib Nurmagomedov? Who has more title defenses? Who has more title defenses? Usman or Khabib Nurmagomedov? Usman. Okay, now let's go here. Usman is arguably the best wrestler in UFC right now. Usman got 4. Khabib has 3. Usman is arguably the best wrestler in UFC right now. Is he not? He is. It's him and then maybe Curtis Blades. Usman is the best wrestler out there. But did he not just knock out Jorge Masvidal standing up? Did he not go toe-to-toe with Colby Covington, knocked him out standing up? Did he not knock out Gilbert Burns with the jab standing up? Who's better stand up? You got the best wrestler in the game, but he's outstriking Colby Covington. He's outstriking Burns and Jorge Masvidal. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on. So wait a minute. You're talking about a guy who we all know that has a better resume, who has more title defenses, still active, cleared out his division, all of that over Khabib Nurmagomedov. But the difference is Usman is the best wrestler in the game. Khabib was the best wrestler in the game, but Usman is outstriking strikers to knockout. Khabib was outstriking Conor McGregor, but then choked him out. No, Usman's knocking him out on the feet. Usman never had a close fight. Okay. Who has a better resume? You tend to have closer fights when you have a better resume. Come on, man. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna do it to it. I'm gonna do you like this, soft boy. I'm gonna do you like this. I think Manny Pacquiao is greater than Floyd Mayweather. I do. But Manny Pacquiao been knocked out before. He's had more close fights than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather never lost a fight. That's where my mind's at. I think Manny Pacquiao is greater than Floyd. Now, are you hearing me out? Are you hearing me out? You get where I'm coming from? When you have a tougher challenge for you and how you overcame them, you get where I'm coming from? Dude, you better calm. You better slow up, man. I'm too strong with this. Hit the Tyson bell. All right. So look, is that debate over? Because we can move on. Oh, you done it now. I know I done it. We can move on though. We can move on. Because I think I did what I had to do. Yeah, that was easy. Okay, so let's talk about this before we talk about that debate is over. Yeah. Let's talk about this before we talk about Floyd Mayweather and all that stuff. Hold on. A well-rounded fighter is not a greater fighter. Usman will be greater in resume, but not in skill. Khabib never hit third gear. Okay. Floyd, I think, is a better fighter than Manny Pacquiao. I think he has more skill. Manny Pacquiao is greater. That's what I'm talking about. Usman is greater. He's greater, bro. He's greater. And guess what? He's still going. All right, look. Let's do how many close fights did GSP had? A few of them, right? Lost a few, right? Who's better? Y'all love to hate on Floyd Mayweather for being undefeated, but argue for Khabib for being undefeated. So listen. And I bet you Floyd Mayweather got more Hall of Famers on his resume than Khabib Nurmagomedov. Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to start being consistent with your arguments. Let's go here. Let's move on, because I'm gonna make y'all look crazy. Let's move on. let's move on. Let's move on. You missed a super chat. My bad. If Tyson Fury decides to retire after fighting AJ fights, does that take away from his greatness because he never reigned? My bad for not staying on topic. A little bit. Yeah. it doesn't take away from his greatness as much as it takes away from an argument of putting him amongst, you know what I mean, saying that he's as great as Ali. If you're talking about it in that sense, yes. Yes, he's not defending titles. If he were to become undisputed and not defend it, I mean, you'll say that he was great for his time, but you'll put Klitschko over him. You'll end up putting Klitschko over him because at least Klitschko dominated. You got to dominate. You have to dominate. You do. That's what the great ones do. So yeah, I agree with that statement. All right, so Oscar Valdez versus Conceição for August or September. Let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you this real quick. This is a good fight. This is a good fight, okay? Oscar versus Conceição. That is a good fight, okay? Yeah, I watched Mortal Kombat. It was fantastic. Let me tell you why you guys should be excited about this fight, this possible fight. They're talking about August or September. I want you guys, I know you guys going to look at Conceição and say that he's 8-0. You're going to look at him on BoxRec. Have any of you, yeah, that's a good fight. Have any of you watched him fight? Okay. I know you're going to see that he's 8-0. You're going to see that he's, what, is he in his 30s or something? You're going to see all that and you're going to be like, no. Okay. Let me tell you this. All right. Let me give you a few things about Conceição. All right. Number one, he went to the Olympics 3 times. Brazilian fighter. All right. I know he was given a gift his last fight against what's his name? Concarry or something. Connery. I forget his name. But I know he was given a gift the fight before his last fight. He fought Omuda, I think his name was. Anyway, and he ended up TKOing him. But he went to the Olympics 3 times to represent Brazil. All right. The first 2 Olympics, he lost out in the first rounds. The 3rd Olympics, he won the gold. Hello. The kid got over 400 amateur bouts. I think he's like 405 wins, 15 losses. My God. And in that 405 wins, one of his wins were over Oscar Valdez. I love when there is a fight coming up and one person got the best of the other in amateurs. I love that story. Always has. I always have. I always love that story. He got the best of Oscar Valdez in amateurs. This kid here, okay, is a good fight for Oscar Valdez title defense as WBC junior lightweight. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. So let's move on. Let's move on to Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Floyd. Wrong Paul. And that's the Black Two Sugars. Number one. Okay, so the fight is June 6th in Miami. All right. Here's the thing. Floyd shouldn't even be fighting a damn Paul. That's a disgrace. It is. Okay. It's cute when number one, this whole idea of the Pauls fighting or whatever, ruining boxing, that's boxing is too strong of a sport. It'll be around forever. Okay. No problem. Like bare knuckle fighting championship. That's not going to ruin boxing. Okay. Like the tough man contest. That didn't ruin boxing. Like celebrity death matches and all those things. That didn't ruin boxing. Hold on. Let's see what you guys got to say. Seeing AJ Ruiz and Wilder looking sharp after their losses. I'm going to make a video on that. I'm really curious how Mayweather would have adjusted after a loss. Most interesting fight for me. Mayweather would have probably been 10 times better. I would have been very interested, like you said. But Floyd, he did adjust, though, after he took that ass whooping from Castillo, though he beat him officially. Floyd was able to improve and have a win and stay undefeated officially. That was the thing about Floyd. But listen, okay. Floyd, ducks Jake Paul 3-0 over Logan Paul 0-1. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, I want to say this. Boxing's going to be around. It has done this many times over, okay? So this is going to ruin boxing, but it is a disgrace. It's cute when Jake Paul takes on Ben Askren, okay? When Logan Paul fights KSI. When they're fighting on that level, I will watch that all day. But when you're one of the greatest fighters of all time, one of the greatest the sport has ever seen, you're not going to name too many boxers, rather, pound for pound, before naming Floyd Mayweather, and that's the black too damn sugars. When you're one of the greatest fighters of all time and you take on an 0-1 Logan Paul, I don't give a damn how much fun you think that is. That sucks. That sucks. I don't mind watching the Pauls fight UFC guys and stuff like that. That's more even. But to fight Floyd, I don't care how small you think Floyd is. That sucks. That's dumb. Okay, and if you're going to fight a Paul, fight wrong Paul. Now, get to the bag, Floyd. I feel you. I'm going to be a fan of your pockets. Boy, Floyd's making a bunch of money. He ain't going to give me none of it. Okay, if you want to do, hey, Floyd can do whatever he wants to do. I feel you. But I'm talking about me right now. Selfishly speaking, that sucks. All right? I'm going to watch it, though. Oh, Lord knows I'm going to watch it because it's my job. I got to report on it. And I'm going to pay for it, too, because I don't steal from fighters. But with that said, though, that is a disgrace. Okay? Now, and I'm going to stand on that, but I'm going to watch it. But I'm going to stand on it. And like I said before, if Iron Mike Tyson boxed, I don't know, Michael Jai White. I would be like, if Mike Tyson boxed a YouTuber, I would be like, I would not be down for it. I would not be down for it, Mike. I would not be down for it. Okay. Evander Holyfield fighting Kevin McBride in his 50s and shit. I feel that more. Hit the Tyson bell. But Floyd Mayweather fighting an undefeated 50-0 Floyd Mayweather fighting an 0-1 Logan Paul. And I'm surprised his exhibition. I'm surprised that he didn't make it a pro fight. I'm shocked because Logan Paul, he has a professional 0-1 record. So he fought professionally. I'm shocked. Okay. Thank you for spitting facts. Voice of boxing. 100%. Wrong Paul. And really, it's funny. Kamaru Usman coming from UFC telling Floyd to hold my beer. Okay. And talking about fighting Jake. Here's the thing about that. Jake accepted the fight, which I got to give Jake. Do you know who Usman is? Like, either way, hey, Jake, yo. Just like Logan, yo. I mean, Logan's fighting Floyd. I'm not giving the applause back to Floyd, but I give it to those boys for that's ridiculous. Okay. But with that said, I could understand. Okay, so with Kamaru Usman, after that Ben Askren knockout, and how Jake Paul showed up to the octagon, and how Jake Paul had those words with Daniel Cormier, and how Usman isn't a boxer, and the fact that Usman done cleared out the division, he doesn't know what else to do. Jake Paul, on the other hand, is like, this is the most money you're ever going to make. I accept the challenge. But Jake Paul hit him disrespectfully. And he said, if your daddy, right, pretty much, Dana White allows you to fight me. Here's the funny thing. I'm not sure if he would be allowed to fight him. There may be some fear. Not from Usman. Not from Usman, but for the brand of the UFC. What happens if Floyd slips and Logan chins him KO? That'd be one of the most heartbreaking things in boxing. That my heart would be broken. If somehow Logan Paul knocks out Floyd, that would never happen. But if it somehow did, my heart would be broken. I would be, if he slipped up and was like, bam, and oh, Floyd's hurt. And then Logan finished him like, oh, and Floyd stumbled and falls through the ropes. I'll be like, bro, dude, it'll be hard for me to sleep that night. I would be crushed. Oh my goodness. Do you know what the Pauls would do? How they would run around? I knocked out a UFC fighter. I knocked out the greatest boxer ever. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That makes me nauseous. You'll be dying laughing, bro. That makes me nauseous. You ain't gonna be able to turn. You ain't gonna be able to look at TV, Instagram, go on online. That would be sickening. How they would respond. The Pauls. I'm not talking about the boxing world. The Pauls. Oh my God, that'd be disgusting. Disgusting. And he just screaming like and crying, and Jake runs up and like, yeah, I told you. I would be like, oh my God. Oh my God. But with that said, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a risk for Dana White to allow Usman to box Jake Paul? Do you think it's because we know now Jake Paul is better than Ben Askren, okay, in boxing? Would that be a risk? Would that be a risk? It would be a risk. One love, ShowBizz. Much love to you. It would be no risk. Oh, okay. You're saying there's no risk in Usman losing? Because if Usman gets knocked out, if Jake Paul knocks out Usman, what does that do to the bottom line? If Paul KO'd Usman, what would that do? I mean, seriously, if Jake Paul KO'd Usman, Usman won't be able to say a thing to Colby Covington. Bro, Usman will have to hide his face. He wouldn't be able to say a thing in any kind of press conference. Brother, you got knocked out by Jake Paul. Brother, I'm gonna tear that chin in half. Right? UFC would be questioned. Yeah, I'm not saying that Jake Paul got better striking than Usman. Understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying a risk as far as fighting. I'm saying if he were to lose, there's some risk there. How hard does he crash if he lose? Don't jinx him. I'm just asking. Because if there is a huge impact in him losing, that would let you know if Dana White would allow Usman to box him or not. Think about it. Think about it. Usman isn't a boxer, yes. If Jake Paul were to knock out Usman, okay, I got you, Biz. Yes. I think he'll knock Jake out. I think he'll brawl him and just beat the hell out of him. I feel that way. But with that said, though, that lets you know if Dana White would release him or not to fight Jake, bro. Lack of takedowns, threats, occasional windmills. If Usman comes in trying to be patient, but Jake knows how to throw him from the shoulders and messes around and wobble Usman, Vidal Riley, Usman got a great jab. Yes, Usman would beat him. I think Usman would beat him. I think y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get y'all get what I'm saying. What else we got? Our hour is almost over. What else we got? Jake accepted the challenge. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up with this. I'm going to wrap it up with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay Wilder, Team Wilder, thank you for your support. I'm supporting back. Went to the website, bought some merch. Much love to Deontay Wilder for getting his ass back in there. I never doubted him for a minute that he'd get back in there. I think that I thought it was a great approach for Deontay Wilder to let himself heal up, to let himself heal up, right? To let himself heal up, okay? And add the right people to his team, which we don't know who's the right people for his team yet. And I think the next step, getting back in there, getting your confidence back, and then fighting somebody else and not Fury. Oh my God, fight somebody else, not Fury. Give yourself a fighting chance. If you jump back in there with Fury, he may just butt. I got my money on Fury, bro. Okay. So if I can see Deontay Wilder, see how he's improved, see if there's a Deontay Wilder 2.0. Okay. We only saw a segment with him with the past, but we haven't seen anything else. And let's see if Deontay Wilder's a Deontay Wilder 2.0, learning new things. If that's the case, let's see that in the ring. If Deontay Wilder can demonstrate some new things in the ring, that's all we want to see. And then I'd be more excited about Dillian White, Ruiz, excited about Tyson Fury, which I think Deontay Wilder mess around and jump in there with one of those boys anyway. That's just how he is, okay? But I would rather him fight a Charles Martin first and then Andy Ruiz or something, who Andy Ruiz looks like a damn monster who will probably rip. Bro, let me tell you something, man. I'm feeling a certain way. When I look at Andy Ruiz train, I'm like, hey, man, he'll rip a lot of people's heads off, bro. And that's the Black Two Sugars. When I'm looking at Andy Ruiz right now, I'm like, hey, he'll give Fury a lot of work. Now, dude, I'm not playing. Like, I look at Andy Ruiz right now, and I'm like, he'll rip off Dillian White's head. Dude, that's how I'm feeling. He'll rip off Dillian White's head. I'm feeling just like that. Usman looked like he had a conventional boxing stance versus Masvidal. He always kind of looks like that. 2 months of fundamental boxing training and sparring, and he'll slaughter the kid. Not always. He looked like that in Gilbert Burns' fight too. So with the new trainer, yeah, he's. Keep Wilder as far away from the top 3 heavyweights as you can. Right now, probably. I just not, and it's not that Wilder can't beat the top heavyweights. I think a great Wilder, the best Wilder can be. I'm talking about a Wilder that we've seen before, is trouble for AJ. I do. And I think, I think Tyson Fury would always kind of beat him, okay? Unless we see something that we've never seen from Wilder, all right? I think Wilder always has a chance against Fury, but I will always put my money on Fury. But with that said, though, unless we see something we haven't seen from Wilder, if we could see a Wilder 2.0 doing some things, moving in a certain way, we see his team. I would like to see Wilder not only show more skills or show different skills or different wrinkles, just like AJ did, just like Tyson Fury did against Wilder too. Okay, just like Andy Ruiz is doing now, a smaller, great moving like Mike Tyson, slim down juggernaut. Okay, Andy Ruiz. Give Tyson belt for Andy Ruiz. Not only do I want to see skills displayed from Wilder, I want to see Bomb Squad again. I want to see Wilder with a whole crazy confidence and have that machismo back. He lost his title. Okay, he was knocked out in front of everybody. All right, so TKO. They threw in the towel. They were afraid for his health. All right. So how does he look getting off his back? If I see Wilder knocking the guy out and being like, yo, I'm coming for you. That's all I need. That's all I need. Once I see that, now we can start talking about Dillian White, Fury, stuff like that. Okay. And that's the egg-shaped form. That's the egg-shaped form. Fury ruined Wilder for life. You hope he did because you hate Wilder. But he doesn't look ruined to me. Wilder fans was ruining Wilder more so than Fury. Yes. And I was trying to tell y'all to shut the hell up. I was. Oh, shh. And y'all are like, you hating, Biz? You're hating. I'm like, shut up. Y'all ruining him. And now Wilder's name tastes like ass when you speak it. You see, everybody's perception of Wilder is that he's a scared twerker. Now everybody see, oh, I thought he was a badass, man. Wilder's a scared twerker that's saying egg-shaped form. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told you guys. Y'all did that because y'all not warriors in the ring. right? I'm not a warrior in the ring. And what happens is we tend to project our feelings out to these warriors. These warriors know exactly how to respond like warriors. But Deontay Wilder was in a low spot, and he responded like you. And now everybody think that he's a scared twerker, bro. A finished and scared twerker. Just focused. Andy Ruiz beats them all. This focused, man. That look, man. Shit, you know, the way Andy Ruiz looks like he's training for AJ, and that's the Black Two Sugars. It doesn't even look like he's training for Chris Arreola. If you look at how he's moving to get in the inside and how he's ripping those and how he's and how he's countering, you see how with Canelo's showing him and how he's pivoting off that foot and he's always in your damn space. I'm like, that's 100% for, I know he's a shorter guy, but that's 100% for AJ. And then when I saw him training, you saw that thing from the PBC, and he said, "Hey, this is for you, AJ." And I'm AJ, you about to fight Chris Arreola. And Ruiz said, "This is for you, AJ." It's like, AJ, look, how about this? I want to say Clubber Lane, but not so much. Haunted. That's the word. AJ is now being hunted. I'm going to say more than haunt. He's being hunted by Andy Ruiz. Looking through the tall grass. Like, he's being hunted by Andy Ruiz. And I'm going to tell you this. Tyson Fury is being hunted by Deontay Wilder. Not when he was egg-shaped form. You got to get back out there. Start throwing punches again. Remember Rocky? Rocky 3 is Deontay Wilder. Rocky 3 is Deontay Wilder. Remember when they were on the beach and Adrian was like, you're saying it's over because you want it to be over. I'm glad. And then she was like, what's the truth? We know everything but the truth. What's the truth? And then Rocky said, I'm afraid. All right? You want to hear me saying, I'm afraid. And all I know is Mickey ain't here anymore. That was Deontay Wilder, egg-shaped form. All right? Y'all wanted me to say egg-shaped form? I'm going to say it. Egg-shaped form. That's what he did. That's what he did. But when and I'm over here Apollo Creed. I'm Apollo Creed screaming at Deontay Wilder. He's hooking. What's the matter with you? And everybody called me a hater. What's the matter with you? That was me. You're hating, Biz. Nah, y'all get out of here. Deontay Wilder, what's the matter with you? That was me. Okay? Now Wilder is dun 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 dun. That's what he is now. Hit the Tyson bell. Like, get back in there. Trying hard now. It's so hard. That's what you need to be. That's all I asked. That's all I asked. That's Wilder now. Okay. And pretty soon he'll be hunting Tyson Gypsy King Fury. Hey, thanks to all you guys for showing up this morning. Fantastic live stream. We are going live for the Andy Ruiz fight this weekend. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell your mama. ShowBizz the adult. Tomorrow I think I'll be going live again. I should have another video. I'm going to do like a training montage. I like doing those videos now with the music and stuff like that. I hit you guys with one of those. Love you too, Elijah. You're the man. Matt, great show. Thank you so much. I'm out. Couldn't find the end.